Hello, welcome back to Masuji Live. In this episode, we're gonna take a look at this thing called Apple Splat. So, what is Splat and everything? I will try to explain it with my own words. So, currently, I'm inside Blender and I'm selecting something called point cloud, or recently we heard more about Gaussian Splat or 3GS. Splat is like a point cloud. Usually you create point cloud like this using tools like Scanifers. If you are using an iPhone, you can scan a room using their tools, and you can scan it as a mesh or as a point cloud, and we call it Gaussian Splat. What you're looking here is actually a single photo that I took using the iPhone a few months ago at the beach, and I turned the photos into something that looks like 3D. It's actually like a point cloud. As you can see, I could rotate around the point cloud. It doesn't take the whole 3D because I only have a single vantage point of the iPhone, of course. And however, this Apple Splat thing can turn it into point cloud or Splat. The Apple call it ML sharp, machine learning sharp monocular view synthesis in less than a second. So that's the whole name, less than a second. That's a cool thing because you can probably do it on your iPhone or iPad under a second for a single frame. If you have like a video 60 frames per second, then you have 60 frames to play with, and you can create some kind of 3D scenes using that single vantage point of an iPhone. And this is the repo on GitHub. You can download it. You can download the repo and try to install it. It's actually not that hard, but actually not that easy if you never actually do this. So you could actually get help from GROK. I use grok.com and tell it I want to install this from Apple. I want to install this sharp, and it will tell you more steps. Okay, because the Apple one will just tell you, okay, create a Python environment using Conda. You need to install mini Conda first. After you do that, you create Python environment and then you activate it. And Apple just install it install the repo using the requirement.txt, and then just run the sharp, and it will create something for you. It will create the Gaussian Splat. Okay, if you use GROK, it will tell you, okay, more steps. First of all, you download the repo from Apple, git clone sharp, and then go into that folder, create and activate Conda environment up. I mean, use Conda to install the Python environment. Sorry, the brain is a bit slower. The computer is getting faster, the AI is getting faster, the brain is a bit slower. So Conda activate sharp. So once you have that, install it, and then you can run it. Okay, it's very simple. You can turn it into an app, but yeah, basically that's the whole thing. So in your computer using terminal, you do this, create Conda Python environment, blah blah blah, and then it's gonna do the whole setup for you, downloading the whole things, few gigabytes, and then few minutes later you're gonna have the sharp thing running on your computer. So that photo was a single photo. This was I took this few months ago in Bondi. So the guy running with the dog, this guy is wearing something that looks like a VR, some kind of AR glasses. I don't know, maybe it's just like a cool glasses, but I think it's interesting, right? And I turn it into 3D inside Blender, and in Blender you can do whatever you can. This is a 3D text, and maybe I can grab this sand color. So nice thing about the beach, the Bondi beach, it's got this blue color and the sand color. Yeah, so anyway, Let's try with this image. Okay, this is the dog I took photo. Oops. Okay, this guy over here, I will use it. Right click and then copy as path name, and I will just paste it here. Sharp predict, so the ML will predict the Gaussian splat for us. It's gonna predict the point cloud. It's gonna do something very clever. So basically it's using this model, and just wait for a few seconds. It's doing this inference, pre-processing, and as a result we're gonna have a PLY. For the PLY splat file, we can use something like SuperSplat to edit it beforehand, and then before we bring it into Blender. In Blender, in order to import it into Blender, we actually need an add-on called 3D Gaussian Splatting, or you can use KittyEngine and download the 3DGS render. So there's a lot of tools that you might need to install in order for this to work. Anyhow, we have output here, so let's try to load it into this web browser SuperSplat loader file. Import, I think this is a new one, just upload it. So this is the splat. As you can see, it's a lot of points from a single vantage point, and it's blue, maybe because we are selecting it. Let me turn off this splat, and there's this options to show grid, show and hide grid and bound. I'm not gonna look at that for now, but this is the photo from Art Gallery New South Wales. Let me hide the grid of this creature, like the giant creatures holding into the pole. I really like this scene. Actually, it's very powerful, and we have this expensive chair. It's really cool chair. Also, I like to sit on it. If you buy it, maybe it's around 5,000 or more, 5,000 Australian dollars each of the chair. But it's very cool design, and it's very comfy, especially on a sunny day. Sit there, but you can see the scene as 3D, right? If you bring it into Blender, you can put 3D text around it or put other things, but you have the sense of 3D anyway. So that's the splat. The splat is like point cloud, and the point cloud is represented like this kind of canvas stroke, and we get this scene. It's not fully 3D, but I don't know if you have like multiple iPhone taking the photo of this creature from multiple sides, then you're gonna have like maybe like a proper 3D scenes. But remember, this is only a single frame, right? Which means if you have like a video, you can turn it into an animated scenes, maybe, potentially. So if you are doing like performance, you can turn that performance into something that looks 3D, and if you look at it from a single point and move your head around, it's gonna looks like 3D. We perceive it as 3D. That's really just the whole things that I wanna show you. If we're gonna try again with this dog, okay, dog picture, right click, hold options, copy the path name. Yeah, I usually do that. There's probably like a better way to do this. Oops. Copy. Yeah, it's gonna do the processing again. Like I said, if you want to use it inside Blender, in SuperSplat, actually, before I do anything, I believe you can easily isolate and delete the splat. You can use lasso select and then delete. You see, I'm deleting some things that I don't really need. Let me go back there. You can use this selection mode as well. So we are deleting the splat. Before we bring it into Blender, we probably want to clean up some of these things that we don't need. Use lasso, select that, delete. You can combine things. You can combine the splat inside this app called SuperSplat as well. It's faster than Blender because it's only works on the splat. So file, export as splat or PLY, save it, just export. So if you bring that into Blender, it's gonna look like that exactly. Where did I save it? Inside download. So let's go to Blender, file. Oh, we have the Kiri engine splat, so let's try using that. Start camera updates, point cloud. Import it as 3DGS or point cloud. Let's try import the PLY as points. Oops. Okay. Comes into Blender as points. We might need to rotate it. Okay. Maybe I need to switch to cycles. I can't see anything. Okay, file. Let's try again. Import 3DGS. Import PLY as splat. Okay. Cool. It's gonna take a while. It's probably gonna apply some kind of shader so we can take a look at this. Okay. It looks correct from that angle, so RX 90 minus 90, and so from that angle supposedly, but we can see the splat is a bit wrong. The splat is like a disc. From that angle it looks incorrect. Maybe there is a way we can update the view. Okay, yeah, it's like that. Enable camera updates, update active camera to view. So wherever we look at it, the disk will face the camera. We can perhaps change the view into point cloud or something. Anyhow, I'm not gonna look into Kiri engine 3DGS too much. You can load it using different method, which is 3D Gaussian splatting importer. That's another add-on that you can download. I believe it was free or pretty cheap anyway. I bought it. So if we bring it into Blender, it's gonna come as point cloud, and it's already loaded, so it's fast enough. And we can adjust the threshold. The threshold might have an issue there, that's why it's jumping. But anyway, we can adjust it slightly. So we see less points, but we can already see the scenes in 3D. We can bring in like Susan head, and you can see the points. It's like actual 3D. In here we see a lot more details of the points. We can change the field of view inside this app, and we can also keyframe. If you want just to work inside this app on the web, we can do that. SuperSplat is pretty cool, so that looks 3D. In a file, export as a video or something. Render as video. So that's basically Splat. Have I shown you everything? Oh, the dog. Let's file. You can bring multiple Splat into the scene. So there's the dog. Can we select the thing and rotate it? In Splat. Oh yeah, we can translate. Did I select it? Select using lasso selection. Scale. Rotate. Yep, I can rotate it. And we can merge the two splat together. Yeah, you need to play around with this. It's not difficult. You need to just get used to the app. Splat mode, show and hide splat. You do your cleanup and then you can put things together like it looks like 3D from a certain angle. It looks 3D, and then you just place this dog maybe near the creatures, and then yeah, it's gonna look like they are in one scenes. The splat, probably by default it doesn't have ability to absorb the light or reflections, but if you want to animate it, I think Kiri engine actually does the rigging of splat as well. So you could animate the splat, maybe animate this creature using Kiri engine. But the splat is really powerful. You can scan the whole environment, and because this Apple thing can turn the photo into something that looks like 3D, you can move around the scenes like that as well. If you separate the object, the subject, and then the backgrounds, and with the AI nowadays can do like a generations, you can perhaps turn this doggy into a cat using AI, and the result's gonna be like a splat as well. So that's something we can try in the near future, I guess. So that's Apple Splat. I hope I explained everything. Yeah, you just need to try this yourself. Try to install it on a Mac. It's pretty easy, and use SuperSplat and